run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. So Oregon's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Mobley. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now hits it. It's Mobley. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Back's got it on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down, and you don't see the defense.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Direct snap. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down. And it paid off. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Throwing, Iamaleava. Between the hashes, it's Mobley. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see Who are the dudes on the squad? These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Play fake, Iamaleava throws to the wideout. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like...
Caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on fourth down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Smith dropping to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Play fake, Nico Iamaleava. They're all over it. Left side is Graham. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Takes the handoff, it's Mobley. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Iamaleava still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
back. It's Maliava. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Gain of 30. First and goal, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Fires immediately. Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
See if they can get it done on second and goal. The corners are walked up tight. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll go with a direct snap. And he's in! Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Number 35, set to kick it away.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Smith wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Moore. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for running room. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have.
He's going to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Oregon! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Running inside, it's Walton.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here's Iamaleava to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Left side is Mobley. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Quarterback changing the play. Smith dropping to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now. And you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Play action, Iamaleava fires to the middle. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And that is exactly the execution you want from your zone defense, man. Zone defense means eyes on the quarterback. As soon as he throws the football, eye break. Nice job breaking on the football, being physical, not allowing him to make that catch over the middle of the field.
2nd and long here. Throwing, Iamaleava. Quickly out to the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Iamaleava moving out to the right. Takes a hit as he fires. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Iamaleava to the air again. Got his man. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Snap it to the back. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Going deep. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
They'll need a bunch on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. Out wide left, it's Mobley. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
Gain of 20. That's a first down for the offense.
Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Imaliava. Rushes on, and down he goes.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Now Oregon will call it second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Deafening noise. Here's Imaliava. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Number 35 set to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Smith wants to throw. The screen, he can go. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It's complete to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Drops back on first down. Out wide right, it's Moore. On the move at the 30. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The Irish use their third and final timeout.
Timeout
And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Second and long here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Iamaleava. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
Oregon, 21.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Smith dropping to pass. Left side is fair. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans, taking on the number 18 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's USC, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Let's now take a look at top 25 action.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The screen, he's got wheels. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. That punt is just going to create all kinds of problems. It goes out of bounds, and let's see where they spot it. They're going to take over right around the 30-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Spits it out to the back. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down, get something positive. But how about the defense just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field?
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll move the wide receiver. Smith wants to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Going to try to get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's brought down after a short gain. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Has to uncork this one off his back foot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. Hit, forcing that incompletion.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Touchdown, Oregon! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's James. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Throwing, Imaliava. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
So surprised. We have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Under pressure. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. From the gun on 3rd down, Imaliava. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to fit the field position with the return. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The handoff. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ducks! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Cuts it upfield. It's Mobley. Nice move there.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. Imaliava. Look out! He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Imaliava. He'll pull it down and run. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Sees a crease. There he goes. He's at the... and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense option. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
And the returner will be brought down. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Keeps it moving, it's Mobley. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice gain for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Imaliava on the play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Here's the Imaliava to throw. Finds his target down the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
He's taking the shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Out wide left, it's Mobley. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Rush right in his face. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Throwing, Imaliava. That pass is incomplete.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Hey, third down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, fourth down cover.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. 4th down, Imaliava. Left side is Graham. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back. Motion from the wide receiver. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Right side, it's Bear. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just not enough on that one.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Punt is on its way. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Iamaleava sends it downfield, and it's picked off for the 4th time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Handoff again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking for room. It's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Working the ground game. Just smothered on the play.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Third and long coming up. Smith wants to throw. Immediately fires to the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. He's changing the play. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The Ducks will call on their punt team.
On to punt it away.
Kick is in the air. Not a lot of room to field this one. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Hits inside. It's Mobley. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you You can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Gonna be a long season, man. We're gonna have some growing pains, but all in all, man, I think we played good. Could have been better. Healy Smith, I'm not used to dealing with a QB that's slow. Could have been better though. 4 TDs, 311. That's 58% of them. Rushing, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. Dylan, Mario, like, come on. We gotta do better, man. Big game like that, man. Big game like the Corian. Honest days to work for them boys, you know, honest day. Great things, sheesh. Stormy, that's a freshman right there. 2 freshmen, 71 overall. Stormy. Great W, Thomas.